So, hello again. It's my day off and I decided to spend my day over here working on the van. And one thing we haven't talked about before is what's under the hood. The vehicle hasn't ran since I think 1 month now. I know there's a problem with the throttle body, so I'm going to start it, see if the problem persists. And anyhow, I'm going to remove the throttle body and see if I can open it up and clean it, because that's probably the cause of the problem. I went to the dealer as well with the van, and there they want to charge me 700 euros to replace the valve. So that's a lot of money, and I want to see if I can do it myself. So first thing I need to do, I watched a video online on a guy who had a similar problem. He didn't show me the whole process of getting to the throttle body. I'm lucky because the throttle body is in front of the engine, and in the movie clip on YouTube he said to remove the front and then lower the radiator a bit from one side, and then you can reach it. I added some WD-40 on the screws here and loosened them up a little bit. So let's hope nothing is rusted together and stuff like that, because this car tends to have that. So for the other mechanical stuff, you can see that the cooling fluid is a little bit on the low side. A lot of hoses have been replaced, so I knew that the vacuum hose towards the brake cylinder was broken, that was replaced. But the brake fluid is really dirty, so needs to be replaced as well. And of course you can't see it, but the disc brakes are worn out as well, so they'll have to go. And if you can see, this headlight isn't going to pass inspection. It has a leak, so humidity is building up in it and other filthy stuff. So this will have to be replaced as well. These are not in a great shape. So I decided to undo the screws at the bottom first, so maybe then I can reach under it above and grab the other part of it. Actually, it's a socket that come loose, so the socket is just spinning around together with the screw. So well, as you can see, I changed my pants. Otherwise Nikki will be mad. She's not here today, but she will see the video. So this is the thing that broke off, but I was able to get it out intact. Okay. So first I'll have to disconnect this intake hose, and then I can remove the black support, take that out, and then I should be able to gently lower the radiator and access the damaged part. Well, another piece down. Well, it doesn't seem like I have to lower the radiator, which is fine by me, and don't want to do that if it's not necessary. So this is the part that's failing, and well, I'm going to disconnect it from the hose and screw it from the engine, and then hopefully we can see a little bit better what the problem is. Actually, it's not been so bad so far. The hardest part was removing the plastic parts, just because they've never been removed before. There's a lot of rust everywhere, of course, to be expected from a 13-year-old vehicle. So here it is, and you can see it's quite dirty. Gonna clean it now and try and open it up, but I don't know if I can still fix it or I should replace it. So I removed mechanical and electrical part from the throttle body, and I pried it open as well. As you can see here, there's a lot of rust, and I already cleaned it up. So basically this piece was stuck because of all the rust, and I looked it up on the internet, and it's a common problem on the early designs of these throttle bodies. I then pried it open. As you can see here, everything looks fine. Tested the little motor. It still works after a couple of tries, but the electronics, I don't know. I tried to get this open, but without success. But a couple of other people on internet forums online on Fiat and Citroen forums, they told me that even after cleaning the part, it's bound to fail again. So I bought a new piece, and I ordered another brand and another design to avoid having the same problems within a couple of months or years because of rust in the system. So as you can see, this seems to be sealed much better than the other piece, and I'm really stoked on installing this new piece. After fitting the part to the engine, it didn't do anything. Okay, so I'm temporarily gonna give up on the throttle body issue. It would really surprise me if it were broken or anything, so it still could be a connection. I've checked fuses. There is no separate fuse for this throttle body. I'll also measured. It does get 12 volts. So I'm gonna leave it to that. I was really bummed out that the new part didn't work for some reason, and decided to take it back home and focus on another issue that afternoon. Another thing, you already noticed that this headlight is quite filthy, and it seems like you could open it up, but it also seems that somebody already did. Also some screw-on plastic covers are missing on the back side, so I bought a new one. Okay, so you have to pull back this gray part and the connector pops off. So now it's just moving lamps from one headlight to another, like bulbs, I mean move the bulbs. This concludes it for the day. I'm not sure about the throttle body yet, but at least we have a new headlight and see the difference. I'm really thinking about changing the other one as well. So after some quite extensive troubleshooting, I came to the conclusion that the pins on the new valve or throttle body are different and I need an adapter cable. So I bought a little cable adapter, another 50 euros. Attach it and see if it does anything. So we're not yet at the end of our troubles because there is a fault in the connector. I can now hear the valve clicking with the adapter cable in between. I guess you can hear it clicking. So we have a bad connection. Everything looks very clean. The connections here on the other side. At the shutdown you heard the valve, I saw it also, it's on the back and it closed. You hear a clean shut off, no shuddering. Promising. Now let's see if I can get the code clear. Next, I threw the front end back together in order to make a test drive. After doing the test drive, I can happily report that the fix did work, the error code went away, the van drives perfectly fine again, and I'm really happy. But I also have to admit that I should have gone to some internet forums or communities online to get some information up front before jumping right in and making mistakes like this one and forgetting that you need an adapter cable and just assuming that the pins would be exactly the same as the other part. So next time I will for sure first get on the internet, ask some people for help, ask for the right parts and some tips and tricks. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was again a bit technical, but nevertheless I hope it will also be useful for some other people that face a similar problem. Like I said, it's a common problem on these engines. If you liked the video, please give us a like, and if you want to keep updated with our progress, subscribe to the channel and don't miss anything. If you want, you can also join us on Instagram on the handle The Van Life of Nigel. Well, thanks for watching and until next time.